guys, so in this one, I'm going to be doing my updated tier list here on Dragon Ball Legends. It's been a little bit, I believe, since Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. I haven't made a video talking about any takes, any tiers of characters, and I do keep you guys posted on like social media, my Twitter, whatnot, what I think is going on with the meta. However, for the YouTube, the main for my audience here, it's been a little while since I've made a tier list video, so I'm extremely excited. It's also not going to be a top 10 list. We are thinking of doing a full unit tier list. As you can see, we do have the full party of LF Ultras and even some 1% characters here. But I'm going to be going over like the top 30-ish is what I'm thinking characters in the game currently with the, existing meta. We're a little bit into the pre-anniversary kind of campaign, Saiyan Saga campaign. It's a little bit dead right now. And a lot of people kind of just either complaining or like the game's too slow, or like it's extremely common within gacha games if you're new to the game, or whether you've not seen this kind of slowness within the game. It's extremely normal, and it actually we're just overdue a dead month. Very happy the way they handled this year with the hype value. At post Legends Fest, it usually dies down maybe a month or two after, but they just kept the momentum, kept dropping hype characters, Zenkais, you name it. And we finally got this Mega Rising Trash banner that I advise no one to summon on. If you already summoned on it, then, well, you did. It just is what it is. But we're going to be adding everybody here on the tier list. So we're currently undergoing like these Frieza, Golden Frieza meta. We got Super 17, and Gohan. So the top 3 units, I feel like they're so easy to place on the top of the list here. So Z plus tier, I'm going to say the easiest #1 unit in the game right now. By the way, I'm just going to show this off because I did play a little bit last season. We ended top 5 global. For those that don't know or like may know, that's actually my personal best. Not because I can't do any better than top 5, but yeah, I just don't have like the necessary time to play amongst like maybe even like losing RP on purpose for showcases and just being a content creator. So I haven't really gone past that breaker yet, but top 5, come on, like we played a pretty good amount last season. I'm also running the arguable best team in the game, which is going to be a Frieza focused comp. I think most of the majority of the best teams right now are this juiced Frieza setup with either, Frieza or first form Frieza as the third party option, Jiren. There's a lot of third party variants of said team, but just 4 times Denkai buff. We have support here. We have Gohan for the utility, last man standing capabilities. Still think Gohan's the best individual unit right now, and the fact that he doesn't need any specific Zenkai buffer or any specific unit to make him stand out. He could just be slapped on a team, puts a lot of value in my eyes. Just imagine when he has a perfect party for him, or for him to be the focus of attention. But yeah, Golden Frieza really is doing most of the work here. The revival utility that he does have post, after having that first life go out, dealing damage, the ultimate, the AoE damage, the cover nullification, everything he just provides on top of support, on top of everything. Like, Golden Frieza is disgusting. He's an absolute menace, and I think he's the best unit in the game right now. So whatever teams you want to currently be running, if it's the same thing you kind of just seen here, you could honestly slap anyone on the leader slot. It's going to perform really well. So you have Super Baby 2 at a decent amount of stars. He's actually a perfect pair / counter to the mono-ish purple setups we got going on. You could have Bomku leader. You could have Super 17 leader. You could have anybody, MVP 17, even Yamcha leader I've seen for this exact setup. But Golden Frieza is going to be the center focus of it, doing all the carry work, being the rush protection, dealing the most damage. Obviously, the blue card hits, everything hits, and whatnot. But yeah, top 5. Pretty cool stuff. I'm going to set the second best current unit in the game just because of the team. I do think that is the best team in the game off of my experience. I've tried all the different variants, given Super Baby. Great also. You really need to have the max stars for him to be viable, but other than that, I think Gohan still has the best utility from the AoE greens, the counter everything, the last man standing, everything. Like even in game, like he's just utilitying, Gohaning all over the place, right? Like just gaining priority with the greens, catching everybody with the blues. With the first form Frieza setup, he's holding a blue card. First form Frieza's holding a blue card. You're always having a blue card. You're always having a green card. The team is spoon-fed, breastfed, whatever the hell, but it's just the meta. They're always the best teams. Top teams are going to be pretty much doing that. It's a hit or miss scenario, even in the top ranks when you're facing mirror teams. It's whoever can get the luckiest or play the best with said characters, the mechanics, 50/50s and whatnot, stuff like that. But I'd probably say those are the top 2 best characters. You might want to argue Super 17 as being the number 2 character in the game, and that's completely fine also. I feel like, you know, he's definitely noteworthy. I think he's taken a step back ever since, you know, like a month ago we had Red Green, courtesy to whoever made that team. I wonder who made that team. But yeah, Red Green, we do have Super 17, Revival Cell, Gohan. It's a very similar premise. Super Juice, Super 17. The Gohan utility, like I said, Gohan just slapped on the team for better utility, better field control, and then 17 just do all the work. The card lock, the green card counter, the AoE ultimate damage, it's stupid. Even now, you can still run that team and it gets the job done. You can run the other variants that he has. Pure GT is disgusting with Bombku, Super Baby 2. You could run Pure Androids with MVP 17. You could either run double support with Bola. You name it. 17 has a numerous amounts of setup. I think just the, you know, if we're comparing the juice with Super 17 and Frieza reigns king right now. And it's not up for debate. I'm just going to be honest with you. Super 17's fine. They are all leagues above the rest of the game, which is why I'm not going to put anyone else in Z tier. This is the big 3 of Dragon Ball Legends pre-anniversary. And, you know, all the teams that they're featured on, even Gohan, you know, you don't even need to slap him on leader. Run him on Sun Family, run him on hybrids. He's still going to be fantastic. But moving on to the Z tier list, we're going to have the next couple of characters. Bombku, I think he's phenomenal. The only true defensive unit in the game, even post boost. If you have him a decent amount of stars, the healing is critical. The defenses, he just tanks everything. Obviously, he reminds me, and he's like basically an MVP 17 2.0. He's just canceling buffs. You're not going to easily kill this character. Obviously, if you land a blue card, he's on the field, nullifies endurance. That's going to do the deeds. But ultimates rush cancels those. Ability, like say if VB rushed him while he's on the field, cancels that ability, bro. You can't do that. Can't do that to him, man. The stun on the green card, the lock in, if like your opponent just has 1 character left, just lock in, snipe, removes the vanish, ultimate kills, type neutral, whatever. Bombku's fantastic. And then right next to him, I'm gonna have Ultra UI and Super Baby 2. It's been a little bit of a hard pick for me. Who do I want to have above one another? Because obviously, I think UI is better than Super Baby. That's just an individual feat. He's got 3 of 1 abilities from the lock-in. Once you proc that lock-in, if you cover against him for the first time, he locks you in. And he, you know, just snipes you with the ultimate. That's 1. 2, he has... I can't think of the other 2 right now for some reason. But, insane teams. 1 of 1 abilities. Like, I deadass, I'm trying to think of the teams, and I just, like, brain fart. But you guys know what I'm talking about. Let me know in the comments what those abilities are. I've used UI a ton to know what he does, but I can't brain it right now. Goddamn. Super Baby 2. The difference between him and UI currently is the team dynamic, right? I think individually UI is still gonna hold off with his gauge. Obviously the lock-in. The ultimates. Wait, what are his abilities, bro? Super Baby 2, the Disruptor. Obviously, you need to have stars on him for him to disrupt, pop that gauge. Obviously, if he has his gauge fulls, you can snipe somebody with his ultimate. And he's a really good stopper to not only Golden Frieza, he's a really good counterpart as a option to run alongside Golden Frieza. So I think Super Baby 2 is a great ass in the game. If you want to run Frieza, Bombku, Baby, monstrous team. If you want to run 17, Baby, Bombku, monstrous team. If you want to run Baby, Frieza, first form, monstrous team. Same thing with UI. You can just slap him on leader slot on the Frieza setup. You want to run Sun Family, you got Bombku, Goku, Gohan. And then Gohan has a limited, Goku has limited options for team. I'm just going to be 100%. He really wants to be on blast setups. Baby, throw him on anything realistically. He's kind of just, you know, there to lock in, snipe, disrupt, be that like partner or counter and whatnot. But yeah, more or less strike setups you definitely want to have. If you guys want to do this, that's fine. If you want to do this, that's fine. I think they're right next to each other anyways. That's funny that I deadass forgot UI's abilities, bro, but I was using UI a ton. You know, when he was king of the game like 3-4 months ago, he was #1 in my opinion. We do have the next couple of sets. So this is the top 6 characters in the game currently. I'd probably put Beast Gohan somewhere in the realm of like being a Z tier character still, just because great partner for Frieza. They're both movies units. They're both strike based units. If you want to have Pan as the third party, if you want to have Bull as the third party, you want to have Ultra Gohan as the third party. So hybrids with Frieza leader, definitely works out. The removal of Vanish on the transformation with the Snipe blue card, still critical. The way he builds up, ramps up damage. I think he does deserve, I don't want to say like better teams or anything, but he's fine. He's aged fine. I think he was a little bit worse off without Frieza, but now the fact that Frieza dropped, he's in a pretty decent spot. We're going to throw Yamcha, I don't think Yamcha deserves Z tier. I know he's great, and don't take this, anyone that belongs in S. There's going to be so many characters in S tier. I'm just going to be 100% with you guys. I'm not going to try to add the entire list of units, but Yamcha, great. Z tier, no. Z tier, like, this guy falls off at a certain point in the game. He's a great starter character, but as soon as, you know, X, Y, and Z happens, he loses a ton of buffs, and he's a leader slot merchant with no team. So, for those reasonings, specifically, he's great. He just can't be greater. He just falls off. He's got death buffs, right? I mean, he's cool to leader slot on the Frieza setup, but I'd much rather have like a Gohan. I'd much rather have any of the actual Z tier characters that will long last you in a game. But he is for some quick work. Pretty cool for a 1% character. This Goku is below that. He's honestly a 2023 character at max storage. I don't know what they were thinking for this Goku. Funny enough, I don't have either of them, so I hope you guys skipped. If you didn't skip, well, you know, you just spent your CCs for mid. I doubt Yamcha's gonna last too long, but yeah, you spent your CCs for mid. I think I'll put first form at the top of S tier. Realistically, I want to put him Z tier because he's a necessity for the best teams in the game. Hence, what you guys saw earlier. This, right? First form is one of those characters that you're gonna see. If you guys don't know how tier lists work, it's not about individual nature. It's about how the teams develop, what color counters this and the third, and how units kind of respectfully support other characters. Who's the glue? Who is the perfect touch? And yeah, we have first form here being the perfect partner for this comp right here, the top three. You know, like I said, blue card holding, supports, utility, the green card paralyzed, the snipe potential, damage obviously fodder. He's getting a couple of Zenkai buffs on the setup, so he can be a little bit tanky, but other than that, he exists as a support character. So in moments like this, when LOE gets buffed, a purple PO character, Frieza specifically gets buffed, this Frieza is going to see more value. Same thing with Pan. I feel like once, you know, a perfect partner drops, when this beast dropped, Pan's value raised immensely. We're actually going to put Pan on the tier list right now, just because we're talking about her. Let's add her up. Just think about how old this unit is. I'm going to easily add her on to the S tier. Somewhere around there. I'm not actually like putting these in complete order. I'm just adding them onto tiers. I'd probably put like the first top 10 characters in order, and then from there it would be kind of subjective to tiers. But yeah, first top 10 characters is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We need 3 characters to make a top 10 list because you guys are so finicky about what is the top 10. What is the top 10 units? Look at UVB looking so spicy here alone, bro. I just want to add him on to S tier. This dude's a GOAT. You know what's funny is that, like, I'm gonna add him somewhere I believe he belongs. I think in the meta right now, he has no teams. He's got fusions and he's got... What else does he have? Future? Those are his main 2 teams. God Key doesn't exist. It's not a real team. You want to leader slot him? You could leader slot him on Frieza. The best thing about being a strike unit right now is you can pair him along with Frieza and have Frieza carry, but the utility UVB has is ridiculous, bro. Still a fantastic unit. Just wait for this anniversary to drop, and we're going to get a fusion unit somewhere. Most likely, UVB is still that guy. Do not get me wrong. It's just his pure teams, his just even teams to exist that you would want to have him, like, just to add him on the team. Say, like, a leader slot, they're just simply better options. But counter, type neutral, the snipe with the rising rush, nullify endurance, yada, yada, yada. Great. AoE damage on the ultimate. He's got insane work right now in the meta. He's somewhere in S tier. He's somewhere in S tier. To think that Yamcha is above my GOAT UVB is insane work. Even Pan has more value. Even first form, it's just obvious who has more value, right? Hybrids is a team that's run way more often with Red Beast, Pan, Ultra Gohan. This Frieza's on every top setup with Golden Frieza. UVB, where is he? He's on S tier somewhere. He exists there. We're going to move on to Android 16. I feel like I don't want to add him yet. I don't know where he belongs. Goku and Bardock. We're going to add him on to Z tier. Funny enough, they're one of those, like, you know, we only have 2 characters in the game with double color, Go Frieza and Goku and Bardock. So when Go Frieza kind of fell off, right, it was really just a UI meta where all purples were basically eradicated from the game, and the unit completely was unusable because purples were unusable. But once purples got buffed and they were able to be ran again, Go Frieza has some of the highest utility in the game, even being almost a year old. They also suffer from the syndrome of needing to be Zenkai buffed to the max. So the double colors, these guys, they just need support. They need a Zenkai buffs. They need a team of like either a mono blue greenish where they could have at least one to more than one Zenkai buff, and they're cooking. And that's not to say that the unit's bad, it's just to say that it depends on that. So Fiku getting a Zenkai, that's pretty much it. Fiku got a Zenkai, so they're quite decent on that team. If you want to have UI, Fiku, and Bardock, Goku, Bombku, there's a couple of Saiyans that you can run, and even individually, right? The green card, the cover nullification, the healing, the indestructible mechanic, very powerful still to this day. I think they're going to definitely age quite well. They should age well, realistically. Having two colors is quite powerful as well, but nothing too insane right now. I think green might be the color that's hit the hardest because the strongest unit in the game is Frieza, or like the teams are centered around Frieza. So even Gohan, say like Gohan is individually, I still think, the best character. One sidestep into an ultimate snipe from Frieza, he's dead. All these colors, you know, they definitely suffer. Yellow has some immense value right now. I think 17 is actually seen less than Frieza. Yeah, I mean, you guys can let me know in the comments what you guys think of this so far, but I'd probably have the list go like this: Bardock, Goku there, and then the final one would be something like MVP 17, right? I think MVP 17 is also a fantastic. The fact that MVP is still being used, it just blows my mind, like how valuable this character is. Can I find him? Not only is he great support for Super 17, right? Pure androids, leader slot, green card support, the you know, neutralizing blue card ult damage for the rest of the team, whatever. But he's also a good leader slot merchant for the Frieza comp, right? Double vanish utility, you name it. Super 17, he really, or not Super MVP 17, he's really just the MVP, bro. The one stopper for him is for sure Gohan. So if you run into a Gohan, it's tough, but then you have Frieza to protect. So you know, he just fits really perfect on the juiced Frieza setup. I think MVP definitely has some great areas right now in the game to make him valuable and even top tier. The fact that I'm adding him on my top 10. What are other top 10 contenders right now? I'm looking at the bottom of this list. It's none of these guys. I wouldn't say it's Bola. Would not say it's any of these guys. I'm looking. Top 10 Cell? Nope. Sorry. Piccolo? Nope. Sorry. Go Frieza? Nope. Not really. It's a tough pick. There's not too many options. Gogeta 4, probably not. Revival Cell, probably not. UI, definitely not. It's really looking Slim Jimmy, man. Ultra Rose. I want to add a lot of these guys to the list. I'm just trying to make a complete top 10. This feels really comfortable in terms of meta. If you guys are playing in the ranks, top ranks. I know like majority of people do not play in the top ranks. This is what I've seen off my not preference or like experience. This is what the meta is, and it was so easy to add the Goku onto A tier, by the way, because dude is Garbaggio. But Revival Cell, we're gonna easily slap the boy onto S tier. Great Revival Zenkai. First Revival Zenkai, obviously the red green team still exists. You could just have this guy on numerous setups as a revival option. Still really good damage. The immobilize on the green is still pretty good. Deals good damage. He's definitely glass, but you know, on a couple of Zenkai buffs or like a setup paired up with one of the best units in the game, he's gonna definitely see some immense values. Yeah, we're gonna have him there. UI, we'll probably throw him somewhere in S tier, probably back end of S tier. I don't see too much value in this character. I've seen people play some higher, but Saiyan's not too bad. Goku Bardock, UI here. Bombku, you know, the utility around the gauge. He did just get a platinum equipment, so maybe a little bit tankier, but it's overall disappointed with how they handled his platinum equip. Not gonna say it's all that bad, but he's drawing more cards on his green now. He's able to extend combos. Ultimate hits pretty hard. Somewhere in S tier, we'll probably put a lot of characters above him, but I don't think he deserves A tier, if that makes any sense. Gogeta 4. He's around the, by the way, since this is a tier of this magnitude, don't get surprised when I start adding units to A tier, B tier, and stuff like that. This is just in the current usability of the meta. So this is not like A tier, B tier, C tier is absolute garbage. This is like on the borderline of usable. It makes me even want to move this Goku down to B tier. You know, we'll see where the, you know, the units take us right now. But Gogeta 4 probably somewhere at the top of S tier. I think he's still great. He is a big option on GT. Think about pure GT is so useful. You want to run him on fusions. You know, you got some options. He's the revival killer. The only real revival we're going to see is Cell. I mean, we got the blue Revza running around at times with pure LOE existing, so that's cool. We do have the new Gohan Zenkai, which is going to be a great utility for either hybrids users. Regen still dead, so not really them. But that revival, anti-revival mechanic's so powerful. He's got a Zenkai, he's got a Plat. Gogeta 4 is him. I think he's a really good character. The double ults, all that stuff. He should be somewhere at the top of S. I think I want to keep Z exclusive. Maybe we'll add like a couple of more. And if that's the case, I feel like Gogeta... Nah, everyone's going to get put to S tier. Z plus and Z looks like complete already at this point. Super Vegeta, believe it or not, he's somewhere in the pool of S tier units. Unfortunately for him, he just doesn't have like the party necessary to truly make him shine. Believe it or not, even with like Bola support, by the way, Bola is going on to the S tiers. Pretty high S tiers. Something like this is what I would do, I think. Yeah, like something of this magnitude right here. Yamcha, VB, yeah, this looks about right. And yeah, Bola support, she is basically the new Pan. You know, given she doesn't have the same amount of damage inflicted potential as Pan offers for the rest of the team, she does good damage, she has feint, she has good disrupt. She's just the new age version supports over the usage of this red Pan. Me personally, I mean, they're like the same kind of value. So we're gonna have fat tanks. Okay, see, this is where it gets a little bit trickier, bro. Like, we'll have some. I don't want to start adding these units to A tier, but realistically, I have to, man. It's just right now in the meta, what is gonna be A tier? Like, I don't want you guys to take this the wrong way, but. Nah, Revival Pycon's definitely not there. If we're going to add someone A tier, it's going to be Super Vegeta. It's going to be this UI Goku. This looks a little bit healthier for sure. C tier, it doesn't exist yet. I feel like no one should be in C tier, even mentioned on this list if it's going to be C tier, right? Let's look through this top, because sometimes there's Zenkais. Like, this guy just got a new Platinum equipment. He sucks, bro. He's literally right next to the Goku. As an option. I'm just going to add him there because he got a platinum equipment, so he is in the realm of usabilities. Gogeta Blue, Ultra Gogeta Blue is top of A tier. He's great, but he's not an S tier option right now. Even on movies, even having some decent partners, right? If you want to run red, or purple, red, I think you could leader slot this Gogeta. You could have Frieza, and you could have Gohan. For a movies comp, some Ultra ability might be compromised, but it exists. Fusions, this Gogeta, VB exists. Even Gogeta 4 fusions, not horrible. You gotta remember, Gogeta Blue is a really old character, and the fact that he's still in the meta relevancy is kind of cool. I like that. Like, when I say meta relevancy, this is not in the top ranks. You're not running Gogeta Blue in the top ranks. I'm going over the top 30 characters, y'all. Pickleman, you are definitely in the S tier realms, man. I'll probably put you into a bit of more value than Revival Gogeta right now. Just because he synergizes better with the Gohan, got more sub count reduction. It's the same shit. Like, this Gogeta, Piccolo, it's like the same thing. They're right next to each other. They always have been. But then again, Piccolo has a platinum equip, so I think he 9 times out of 10, he might perform better. Maybe right now. You could run, yeah, something like that with the movies comps. So Regen just doesn't exist as a team. Not gonna lie to you guys. Evo Ken, bro. You are sad, bro. You are sad. Somewhere in A tier, they only have Universe Rep, and Universe Rep has what? UI, MVP, Jiren, bro. Where's my boy Jiren? You guys made me think of him. Ooh, he probably deserves back end of Z tier, you guys. That was the final piece. I think Jiren A is probably second to the highest defensive character. He just can't compete with Banku. But I think in a general sense, he's got a Zenkai, he's got a Platinum equipment, he's getting buffs after Rising Rush. He's a great partner for Golden Frieza. Somewhere at the top, Z tier, I think he is phenomenal. If you wanted to add him at the top of S tier, that's fine. I just think generational right now, Jiren on his own, he's not like a fodder character, but first form, I'm just going to give him that support value. He can't make it up to Z tier on his own. If you want to have like Jiren literally on any team, he's going to still be doing the same thing, which is tanking, which is being rush protection, which is, you know, AoE green, all of the utility that he does provide on top of having a Zenkai and a Plat. So Jiren's definitely that guy. We're going to move over to, you know, I don't even want to mention some of these units, man. This Hellfighter 17 is quite good. I'll probably put him somewhere in S tier. Back end to S tier. I don't think I've seen people run him. The thing with him is that, bro, for a unit this old is crazy. As a 1% character, I believe he is a lock-in, the Nullify Endurance once you pop a green card, the healing, the tanking, whatever. He's a great partner for Super 17, just an option. Solid option. I want to really add him in A tier. Oppa A tier maybe. I don't think he's an S tier candidate, but the fact that we got Evo Ken on the same tier as Hellfighter 17 is crazy. Crazy, but yeah, one of the best partners for Super 17 for sure. We're going to add on Janemba. Janemba, top of, I don't know, middle of S tier, something like that. Problem with him, I mean, he's got PO on his side, right? If you want to run Frieza, you want to run Janemba leader on the Frieza setup, throw anyone on lead. It actually works well because he's a strike character. But he just dies way too fast. If you run into a Gohan, just 1 blue card to the face, 2 blast darts, 3 blast darts. You know, he's, you know, just the counter ultimate, one-trick pony kind of character. But he has cover null immediately on entry. That's it. Yeah. He's got some pretty good quirks, blast armor. He just dies way too fast. That's his one problem. Good thing there's not too many greens in the meta. There's just Gohan on the best team with Golden Frieza. So if that happens, it is what it is. We're going to move over to... How many units do we got here? I don't even know. I don't really want to count it, but you guys kind of catch the drift. Golden or Go Frieza. Somewhere in S tier. LOE's quite good. I'll probably put them around here. Like I said, I'm not really ordering these. I'm kind of just slapping them where I think in the general realm of where it makes sense. Same thing how Golden Frieza is juiced. Go Frieza is juiced on the same build, same partner kind of setup. If you want to have Go Frieza lead or Golden Frieza lead, and then you have First Form, all the Zenkai buffs, Jiren. I mean, Jiren's for Golden Frieza, but if you want to have First Form, they have all the Zenkai buffs they do have. I'm not going to go over them, but you guys get what I'm saying. The juice. Obviously, the utility, the rush protection, the vanish restore, the blast armor, the nuking, the blue cards, self-explanatory. They're somewhere in this realm of S tier. Nonetheless, this is how the list is going right now. I'd probably put them there. Yes, yes, yes. And then we're going to move down. We're going to show off Purple Cell, bro. Cell, S tier. Call him S tier. I don't think it's that bad. We're going to have them above Go Frieza. Said they're not listed, it's not listed, so it is what it is. The fact that UVB's at the end, it just looks bad, bro. UVB's such a menace, man. He's such a menace. I don't want to have him at the end. We're gonna have Revival Gogeta just chill in the back. Honestly, Yam should be just chilling in the back, but I don't want to do my boy like that since he's new, he's on boost, whatnot. But Cell, another good partner for Super 17. You know, the AoE green cards, the cover nullification once the gauge refills. Blue hits pretty hard, blast, first blast hits pretty hard, the explode damage, the AoE. He's calm, he's a calm character. I've seen too much gas for him. He was great on his drop, but he just dies immediately. And then UI, you know, when he came out, he kind of just eviscerated this character. The fact that we're seeing a ton of UIs right now, do not think Perfect Cell is the best option, but, you know, to each is their own. There's only like one green character that you're running into, and that's Ultra Gohan, so that's just how it is. We're going to move on to some other characters here. Who do we add on to the list? A tier. I mean, we could add Sword of Hope. You know, he is a unit that does exist in the realms. Probably put him somewhere in A tier. He's calm. You know, Hybrid Saiyans does exist. You know, as a blue unit, Super 17 still dominant. The gauge is okay. I think he's definitely underrated, but yeah, Future is not where it needs to be, and then Hybrids has the carry. So like, I wouldn't have him S tier, but I'd have him at the top of A tier along with Hellfighter. Something like that would make the most sense to me. I feel like when people look at this list, B tier, A tier, how could you do this? Bruh, it's not, you know what I mean? I'm comparing all the units that are usable in this meta. It's not any deeper than that. I'll probably stop at some point here. I don't even know if these guys are like bottom of the barrel. It's really making these units look like this Goku and the Piccolo just look like trash, man. Bardock, he is an A tier character. I'm not gonna disrespect the GOAT right now as a yellow unit, someone with endurance, someone with decent utility. He's got a Ply, he's got a Zenkai, good stats, okay damage. I'm gonna say okay, it's really just okay. His defense is not too bad, but against the purple meta, this unit's gonna be seeing some value. He's got some good partners. He's got UI, he's got Bombku, he's got Bardock Goku, he's got, you know, you name it. You got a lot of Saiyans to run around, work with. Some blast units, leader slot activities to work with. I think top of A tier does make sense. Name it Goku. Like, I can't add these guys. These units just suck. Units just absolute dookie right now. The reason I'm adding these guys because they just got some buffs, right? The Piccolo, the Goku just got some buffs. Revza, I think the top of A tier. That's completely fair, man. Even though Revza sucks, he's just a revival unit that can be slapped as a good partner for Frieza. I've seen people run him at the top of the tiers. Literally, some of the highest ranked players are using Revza right now, and he does provide support. So support, revival, you name it, it still do work. Gammas, no, trash. Don't want to add everybody. This Frieza has been surprising me lately, but still kind of trash. Fiku, he's gonna be somewhere in S tier. I think he's actually really good, kind of a necessity for the Saiyan comps that I've been talking about here. I've even seen people leader him on LOE on the Frieza setup. Like, everybody just leads on the Frieza setup and they can exist. You could literally slap any of these characters, throw them on the Frieza setup. Can't do that for any other team, man. And it wouldn't work as good. I'm sorry. Even the 17 setup, it just wouldn't work as good. Fiku, yeah, he's got some decent support. We're gonna throw... I just want to add the majority of the ones that make sense. So we're gonna go through these. This Trunks is not bad. I probably wouldn't add him, though. He's probably somewhere in A tier. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, just easily throw him on there. He's not a bad unit. Somewhere in A tier kind of makes sense. Doesn't need too much explanation. Orku, is he really that guy anymore? Is he really back end of A tier? Is he really that guy? I mean, maybe in this meta, maybe because of the purples, we can kind of validate his existence. Zenkai, Plat, Last Man Standing, GT being a phenomenal team. I don't know, man. Last Man, yeah, maybe. Maybe we'll throw him there. Anybody else from here? Probably not. Frieza, Gammas, no. Android 16, probably somewhere in the A tiers. Not really a big fan of this guy, but, you know, I could respect him for what he does do. Unfortunately, he's green, which is like the worst color right now. Zamasu, I'm going to easily slap this guy on A tier. For how old he is as a 1% character, I do think he's better than units like Hellfighter. I've seen a lot of glaze for Hellfighter, and I understand why. But just as an individual character, Zamasu, he's pretty good still. There's the healing. Obviously, he's just a merchant for a couple of those things. He can be easily eliminated as well. But I think he's definitely deserving of A tier for the fact of how old he is. I think Gogeta's getting pushed way too far back. This Goku's getting pushed too far back. Something like this makes some sense, I think. Something like this. Vegeta's getting pushed way too far back. I don't really want to order them. I'm not trying to order them. It's just, you know, it's kind of happening right now. This is what we're working with. Yeah, this is what we're working with. Not too shabby. I'm kind of cleaning it up a little bit. We're going to go over how long we've been recording. Close. Okay, 34 minutes. That's not bad, bro. That's not bad. Hits. I've seen people use hit. He's bad, bro. He's not good. We might even want to slap this Goku on B tier. Let's just be real for how old he is. Let's just not even give him the benefit of the doubt anymore. I'm sorry, bro. He's good, but he's you know, he's old, man. He needs Plat V2. Tag 4s. Start throwing some B tier characters in the meta, man. Beast Gohan, like, these are the old dogs. Throw the old dogs here. The fact that I could have these guys on the same tier, something like this, is crazy. Dude, Piccolo doesn't even deserve to be on this list, bro. He's just trash. He sucks so bad. Top of B tier, maybe at the end of A tier. I think World Tournament Goku's really good. These guys could probably be A tier as well. Something like that. Just for a team-wise, meta-wise, you know, you could make this Goku work. I'm just thinking DB Saga. This is the only teams you're going to see these two on. And DB Saga's not like even the worst team in the game. It's just how it is. Fat Tanks, he's somewhere in B tier. You know, something like that. Even, bro, can you believe Fat Tanks low-key has more value than, like, this Goku? Can't see a world where that's actually, like, okay. That's kind of absurd to me. It's gonna throw the Goku in the back of A. Don't want to really do him too dirt, but being a yellow unit in this meta could kind of, you know, maybe carry him a little bit. Dude, I'm being too nice right now. I'm being too nice. You can't be biased, Verge. Not in this. Like, nobody else kind of deserves to be on this list. I mean, UI, maybe A tier, maybe top of B tier. And he's probably A tier, something like that. B tier. This Goku's really bad. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This Goku is so ass. He is so bad, bro. This looks kind of good. Frieza. Top of A tier. I'm just gonna do it to him because LOE's up. Yellow's a very powerful color right now. Maybe at the back of A tier would kind of make sense. But the rest of these dogs, B tier kind of makes sense. Kind of makes sense, man. In this meta, the fact that I can't add Ultra Rose is insane. He's just not existent. He's not existent. Nameku's not existent. And I mean, I guess on GT, like, she's like not horrible. Maybe A tier. Maybe. I think she's better than the Goku. So she's better than the Goku right now. Yeah, dude. Blue Beast being a B tier option under these characters is critical, bro. Like, it's literally critical, man. Blue Beast is not even that bad. It's just, you know, he's just outdated. That's his issue. He's just outdated. Let's think. Golden Frieza. He's actually probably a really good A tier option. Because of LOE, I probably have him a little bit higher. Or Storm Frieza, maybe a little bit higher. Something like this, higher. No one's always gonna agree on a full tier list. Like, you may be watching, like, I don't agree with this or the third, whatever. Gammas, your B tier, even with the androids, Gammas are just so bad, dude. They used to be so good. I don't even know what happened. They kind of fell off a cliff. Ginyu Force, you guys are, you know, maybe Ginyu himself should be like B-ish tier. Maybe even a little bit higher. Like, Ginyu on his own could be okay, but the Ginyu Force itself is like on the B tier right now. We're gonna throw these guys B tier. I don't even know why I'm adding them. I should have probably just done the top 30. Hooking you guys up with some extra details. Jaren, dude. Jaren's quite good. Probably top of A tier, something like that. Something calm. You gotta really think about it. What teams are he on? PO, and yeah, maybe above. Maybe he's at the back end of A tier. Just gonna bless him up real quick. Dude, yellow units have some value. Yellow units absolutely have some value right now. LOE, PO, Unirep's is not a usable comp right now. Anything else that I'm forgetting? I feel like there's Ape Vegeta. I've neglected you to the moon, man. I am so sorry. You're just not great either, and I'll probably put you in the middle of A tier. Like, you're just a unit that exists. I think Ginyu's too high. He's like right around here, something like that. And so let's do... I don't want to forget anybody in there. They're gonna slander me, bro. I think that's pretty much it, you guys. I've added way more characters than I've wanted to. If you guys don't see your characters here, I mean, sure, Ader's fine. There's probably like B tier. Probably have units drop. C tier. Piccolo's just booty. 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 Tag 4s being this low is crazy, but it is just the truth. It's just the truth, man. And yeah, I don't even want to add any of these other guys. Ultra Rose being booty. Namek Goku, they're probably lower than this, let's be real. Booty. Booty. I mean, believe it or not, these guys might have some decent value on stands. I don't know, man. Like, maybe back into B tier. Got an equipment. I don't know, probably something like that. I don't want to be too... I did say full unit tier list, so... make sure to drop a like if you guys haven't dropped a like in the video yet. Probably hit somewhere at the top of somewhere in B tier, something like that. And that's pretty much it, you guys. Maybe future Gohan can see some relevancy in B tier. You got to think about it. Hybrids is always blessed, but this is a full unit tier list style. I don't think any of these other units you're gonna be seeing at all. Maybe Kid Buu, not really. Any of these units, maybe B tier Broly. I think Broly's really bad, bro. But like bottom of B tier, yeah, bro. The fact that this guy just got a buff and he's under all this is criminal, bro. Like, he's really bad. Piccolo is so bad. I mean, he's an old ass unit. What did we expect? He just got a platinum equip with a bunch of numbers. But that's why we thought he was gonna be good. He's got some crazy stats on his equip. Trying to bless you guys, man. There's nothing else I can add. There's absolutely nothing worth mentioning on maybe Dragon Fist could be here because his plat's actually not horrible. And movies carry, right? Movies carry Golden Frieza. We could say the same thing for Cooler. Cooler probably like movies carry LOE, something like that. Something calm. Full unit tier list, you guys. Let me know what you think. This is what we're working with. This is the bottom of the barrel right here. You guys can kind of see it. There we go, man. So this is the full gist. Let me know what you guys think. Did I miss anybody? I think any of these guys are relevant. If you guys are in the top ranks, let me know. I know a lot of you guys run MUI, but this is really some like BR 40, 50 activities. I'm sorry, he's not good. This cell could maybe be on like the bottom, you know, maybe be around here, like maybe he's not horrible. He's actually, yeah, probably like around there. It's not too bad. The fact that we already added so many trash characters is like, you know, androids probably somewhere lower A tier. They're really good still. Don't want to neglect anybody. You gotta really think about it. Perfect pairs for Super 17. Mono Red's a team that definitely does exist. But if you guys like the tier list, you guys want to see, you know, don't want to miss out any content, make sure to like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the very next one. Maybe even like Nerd Gohan and like lower B tiers, something like that. Lower B tiers. Yeah, I'll catch you guys later. God bless. Stay frosty, and I'm out.
Up all night, so you don't wanna wait on me. I'm about to catch my flight, so you don't gotta wait on me.